So, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't look good. I mean, the overall market looks so bad. Everything is just flying south. Let's start, okay, with the most important, with the most important asset. Dogecoin is down about minus 11.45%. I thought at this time we will see Dogecoin much lower, but apparently, yeah, it's holding a little bit of value, right? But that shouldn't be our focus point today. I mean, look, the S&P 500 2% down, Dow Jones 1.86%, Nasdaq 2.6%, Russell 2000 2.93%, and so on. I mean, just unbelievable, guys. Okay, I think this is something to really consider. What now the economy looks like. I mean, the thing with the economy right now is that we are at the point where, cheap money, stimulus checks are really infusing into the markets. I mean, I prepared something for today. The first graphic is the following. Exhibit 1. 35 to 40%, so almost half of it, okay, of the recipients expect to use stimulus to invest in stocks and Bitcoin. And this is a little bit older graphic. This can be now a little bit more even. Plus, not only Bitcoin, but other cryptos. I mean, you see what's going on the market, right? Then you see here what percentage of your stimulus check will go towards Bitcoin and stocks. And then you have here 35 to 40% are saying that those people are planned to spend some portion of check on stocks and Bitcoin. Okay, so this is quite interesting. I mean, that's really interesting. And I think that, and here's, just a small introduction. So many of them say like 64%, most of them saying 64% or 61 to 80% will go to the stocks and crypto market. What does it mean? This means that the pump currently on the market is due to the stimulus, and moreover you are seeing that it's really a normal thing now to invest their government money to the economy. Okay, so what will happen afterwards? That's the big question. Okay, then we are having the fear and greed index, which is here showing us it is somewhere neutral, around 60, considering the March 2020 where we had extreme fear. It went through it a little bit over the summer. Then towards the end of the year, it went a little bit lower. And then we had huge greed in the end of last year and in the beginning of this year. It's quite cooled down a little bit. Here you can see that towards the February highs that the people were a little bit more afraid. Okay, so this is also important. Then I always also like to look into those unusual options activity, because here you can see where the money also goes. For example, here we have Palantir. Palantir have 2 times the average daily volume for options activity, okay, 64%, and most of them are actually call options. So the people thinking that Palantir, for example, will go higher, then most of the people are thinking that ARK Invest, for example, that sold many shares today, of all of their shares. By the way, I need to see that I put the studio in red, because the market is just so bad. And then you can see here that people are betting against ARK, okay? Space is more calls than puts. This is interesting. Also, twice that daily average volume. Other than that, big volume also here in IPOE. And but the biggest one here in SOX, for example, and XOM, which stocks, I don't know. So this is also quite always interesting, okay, where the options are going, right? And before we diving into the numbers, let's have a look also into the inflows and outflows of capital. As you can see, more are floating out of the market. So this all together, plus, the situation that today came the inflation data out, which was very bad, all of that combined brings us to this cool down of the market right now. I believe it's like a correction, not a crash, because still, even though the Fed will react and will, let's say, limit a little bit their purchases, okay, it still will keep the interest rates longer low, all right? So it's just like a small, deep breath in and then breath out, maybe in a couple of months, couple of weeks. Nobody knows, okay? Now let's have a look where the stocks are currently at. So Dogecoin, as we said, -10. I think Bitcoin, Bitcoin, that's not the one. BTC, Bitcoin is currently -4. Space took a big hit today, -11, -12 almost. I mean, Palantir also quite bad. Palantir also -6.53. Then we are having, for example, Tesla, for those who are interested. Tesla also -4 and sliding now under 500, guys. Under 600, as you can see. So lots and lots of interesting plays. And let me just welcome a couple of users, because I'm seeing here people are celebrate. So we have Prague in the house, Los Angeles, we have New York, we have Germany, we have Connecticut, and we have Poland as well. So I think, overall, if you can afford to be a long-term investor, then those are great opportunities. All of that reason that I showed you today are quite bearish right now and tend to, give pressure on the market. But nothing of this is like fundamental bad, right? As soon as more it goes down, as more as attractive the stocks becomes, because think about it, the stocks like Tesla, they are still growing, right? So you still have at some point a very attractive earnings ratio compared to the price of the stock, and this can benefit it long term very, very much. People will get more interested. We have also people from Greece here, Wakanda, we have Amsterdam, Sydney, and Canada as well. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I see you obviously tomorrow. Thank you very much for tuning in. Smash that like button, smash that follow button at Instagram, Wolf of Dubai Danny, and I see you tomorrow. Take care, stay safe and healthy. bye.